I just ruined my nails putting that SD card in. Lovely. So I just did my nails this morning, getting them ready to take product photos. And they're great. I just need to make sure I don't use the middle finger, which I probably won't. But I have had kind of an unproductive day. I mean, it hasn't been unproductive. It's just been very single-minded. And all I've done this morning is edit Vlogmas 2. I'm already falling behind. I'm filming for Vlogmas 4. So I think this is Vlogmas 4. I'm already losing track of the days. It's the 5th of December. I never intended to get them out daily, but I am still kind of filming daily, so I don't know what's going on. But I have been editing Vlogmas 2, and I think I'm getting to the end, but then I made an editing mistake this morning, and then I lost about like an hour of editing work, so that was super frustrating and set me back a little bit. But I was meant to take product photos today because the early access shop date is tomorrow, but I decided that I didn't want to do it. I'm just not in the mood to take photos today. And so I'm really pushing it until tomorrow, like taking photos the day of. And honestly, this is the perk of working for myself. I could make the early access on Saturday. It's not a big deal. No one is desperate for me to get the early access out. So it's honestly fine. And part of that is what is making me feel okay with pushing things back, because I'm just not in the mood. And it's really hot right now, so the blinds are closed again. But I just woke up and just was not in the mood to photograph anything. So what I'm going to do instead, because I don't want to fall too far behind, is work on the listings tonight. So once I finish Vlogmas 2, I'm just going to keep going with that until I finish it. Then I'm going to... I lost my train of thought. Then I'm going to work on the product listings. So making sure that everything is pretty much ready on my website. And then all I need to do is take the photos and drag and drop them in, basically. And honestly, the listings take the longest time anyway. I'm not sure if I updated you on the products yesterday, but I did update, I think I did, the Instagram icons, the YouTube icons, mini icons, like pretty much all of the products are ready to be photographed. I believe there was one more, and I'm trying to remember what it was. I wrote it down. Oh yes, Mushroom Herbie. So I do need to redo the outline for that sticker, because currently he is a little bit on the thin side. Again, not the biggest disaster, but I will definitely, I'm telling myself now, I will definitely do that today so that it's ready to photograph tomorrow. That's pretty much the very last thing. In fact, I will do that right now before I start editing Vlogmas. I just wanted to check in with you because I just had it's almost 4 p.m. I had a very long and late lunch break. I was just trying to like redo that Vlogmas edit, but I had a long lunch break because I was getting hooked on The Bound Worlds by Megan E. O'Keefe, the book that I'm currently reading. I'm giving you a little bit of a reading update. I am 67% of the way through this book now. So I am on page, I believe, 304 of 452 pages. So I have about 140 pages left. Oh, it is getting to the end and it is so intense. It is so intense right now. I feel like my heart rate was like so elevated the entire time. And for me, like books really affect my mood and my like, so I have to be careful of like what books I read, because if I'm in a bad mood or like I'm not in a great like emotionally stable mood, then books can really affect that. And right now I'm just feeling really tense and anxious because of this book, which is not a bad thing because it's just such a good book, but I'm like my heart rate is still very elevated and I'm just like in the state, not the state, but I'm at the point where like I could easily just sit and read the rest of this book. So I really had to make myself like stop so I could get back to work, because I know like if I wanted to, I've done that before, take the whole day off and just read. But I always think to like my future self, and would I want to do that, or would I rather get this stuff done? And so I feel like I want to share that because like my days have been busy. It just so happens that the days I'm filming for Vlogmas have been busy because of the shop update. I guess I have to say like not all days are this busy. I'm not intentionally putting it on as well. Like I would never fabricate that, but It just so happens that this week is actually quite busy because of vlogmas and then because of the shop update and all that. But there are certainly days where I don't want to do anything except just read. And I've done that, and that's okay. Sometimes I have a really slow morning. All I do is journal and don't work. I'm lucky that I have the ability to do that, to, dictate my own work hours in that way. But I just needed to share that. Like, I really want to finish this book. It feels like I'm getting so close to the end of the book, but there are still so many answers. I'm just in love with this series, but I also, part of it is like annoying me, like pissing me off a little bit because it's just so frustrating and it's so tense. It's just, there's a lot happening. But if you like sci-fi, if you like a lot of like political, like drama, it's good. It's just very intense, but the pacing is just so good. Also the other book, Thinking Fast and Slow, that you would have seen me reading this morning with my morning coffee, I am 27% of the way through. So we're getting there. It is a very, very thick book. A lot of it is appendix, like notes. So it's not all, the rest of the book is all readable. But I've got to say, even though it is so dense and parts of it are quite difficult to get through because it can get so scientific with the jargon, it's still quite an easy read, and it's very digestible, and there's a lot of real world examples. If you are interested in thinking, and I guess that's the simplest way to say it, if you're just interested in thinking and how our thinking can lead to errors, and how we have less control than we think over how we act, I do recommend that book because I find it really, really fascinating. There's a lot of psychology in there, but a lot of science too. But yeah, both books are great. That's all I could ask for, really. I'm just a little stressed because I kind of stopped reading The Bound Worlds at a really like crucial point. But I like doing that because, like, especially with this series, the pacing is so good. I'm gonna wrap up this book talk real soon, but with this series, the pacing is so good that it's hard to stop because every single chapter is so good. But for me, I like to end it kind of not in the middle of like a really crazy event, but like kind of as it starts to taper off so that I'm excited to come back to it and finish reading as well. That probably sounds a little psychotic, but yeah, I like leaving something off midway-ish, like part way, so that I know, like, I'm excited to return to it, if that makes sense. I don't know, it just makes sense for me. So okay, I'm gonna do the Mushroom Herbie vinyl sticker, and then I'm gonna edit Vlogmas, and then I guess the rest of the night, I haven't even been in my journals at all today. I've just been it's one of those days where I'm just so like one track, single-minded focus on doing a particular task, and I can't think of anything else until it's done. So I haven't been in my daily log at all. I haven't written down a single thing for my to-do list, because again, there's just like a few key tasks on my mind right now, but I think tonight it'll just be working on the listings as well and just prepping as much as I can so that tomorrow all I need to do is take photos and edit photos. So it's 4 p.m. I am sweating. What's the temperature in here? It's over 30 degrees in this room right now, 30 degrees Celsius, which is really hot and it feels really humid. So I'm going to turn on the fan. But it's still going to be somewhat of a chill day. So a bit more of a chill Vlogmas. And I would like to be in my journals at some point because I really do not like backlogging, and I haven't even finished Tuesday. Like today's Thursday. I don't like leaving backlogging for more than a day because then my memory starts to like fade a little bit. So yes, that is a plan. Oops, I also wrote here that I need to do a postcard form reminder because the Patreon postcards came and I need to, okay. There's lots to do. Let's not panic. Let's get through it one at a time. Let's get to work.